Oh, okay. I don't know. What was it with that? So, oh, now I have sound at all. Well, that's not good. Why am I getting sound here, but not? Oh, why in the world is my? But I'm like, what? I was just getting sound over here a second ago. What? What? All right, that's annoying. Did not see this coming. Hmm. Hmm. But why am I not getting sound? All right. I'm gonna have to try something. Okay, I got to play with some sound settings. Now I'm going to. So hopefully this will be fine. Oh, what? 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 What do you mean my sound settings stopped? What do you mean? What? 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 Hold on. Hold on. What do you mean it just disappeared? Okay. I don't care if the cable's not connected. You should know to turn off. Um, why is it suddenly right when you play a game? It's doing wacky stuff. All right, I'm gonna try plugging into the back then. Okay, this is annoying when you have to start a stream and it's like, oh, everything is working, then all of a sudden it isn't. Oh man. All right, so we took out an entire display out of the pipeline. And we eased up on the controller some. So let's see. Do we keep sound? And do we retain it? I mean, like, we had it so well for so many streams in a row, and you changed up one thing and it's like, nah. It's like, what do you mean, nah? What do you mean, nah? Like, what do you mean you're gonna suddenly stop working but intended? I figured, oh, you know, clearly the last time I had, you know, the more demand on the USB controller. And that was, you know, pretty understandable. It's like, oh, it kind of failed. So, yeah, alright. So we're here. We still don't really understand what's, like, actually in there. I guess we kill him or whatever. As he, like, is basically... Well, oh, so it's like a repeated story beat. Because there was functionally, at the end, what Fontaine became was a giant thing that has to be, you know, contained in something else, but it, like, why they had... Okay, I'm just gonna move on from that. But, so the sound issue was kind of annoying. Hopefully that's fixed now. But I was testing it out with, my Native Instruments material, and... Can I go this way yet? Oh, I can't. So yeah, I was looking at my Native Instruments material, and what the hell? What is that? Oh, it's this thing. Oh, I was wondering what the heck I picked up. I was like, wow, I didn't think one of those guys had grenades. Oh my god. But what was I saying? And I had, oh, what's this? But okay, so when you download like DRM for sound stuff, you typically just have like one software solution, and it's just called that tool, and it's, you know, it doesn't usually have a fancy name or anything. But these people at Native Instruments made a sequel to their DRM tool. I mean, they had a weird. Alright, so you know, they got the weird naming convention. Oh, we gotta kill this girl. So yeah, like, how in the world do you make a sequel software to your... I take a lot of damage from this, like 2 little bullets. It's kind of annoying. But make a sequel software to your DRM tool for downloading crap. It's like, what? It's like, how in the world is that a thing? But I guess it just apparently is. It's obviously just like a skin on the existing software tool, but still, it's such a kind of a weird thing to have go on. I want... do this. I guess we'll put down some trap spears. Get it. Oh, I don't... So stupid. This isn't... What? What? That's a thing? Why do one of these explosives? Oh my god. Alright, okay. This replaces the crossbow. Had to acknowledge that. and they're not squared off perfectly. But yeah, so I was downloading things to play with the audio stuff because I figured, oh, what's going to make the audio channels get all, like, wild up? It's going to be something like that. Kind of works, kind of is, doesn't work. I guess I'll go ahead and put down one of these. Is there anything in here? Just a... And, it's... Oh, what? What the hell are you doing? Oh my god, why? Why are you taking so much damage for, girl? You must have some sort of armor on you or something. What the heck? What? Oh, great. What are you doing now? Oh my god, they do so much damage when you just, like, look the other way.
Daddy, are you taking me home too?
Probably should be using those anyways. But yeah, not something you expect is the software naming convention these days. Never seems to be as conventional as it might appear. Oh, so one thing's what? What we got here? But one of the things I was waiting for the longest time was for Massive X to finally become standalone. And they still haven't done it. You can still download it like a standalone, but you actually can't make it standalone. It's like, what? I'm trying to get some important things over here. Get this out of here. No, get this out of here. Oh my god. Why? Give me those. Give me those. Get out of here. Why? What? No. Oh my god. What? What? Oh my god, there can't be that many rocks. They're really kind of giving you those really early on. You get the one right now, but you need to do another round of these. What?
This is where they bound us together, Father. Playing God. You were the only good thing that Rapture ever gave me.
She was not meant to have a father, Delta. She was to be an heir to my life's work. And this is where they changed her, bonding her to you. The child she was died in this room.
She's helpless.
Down the hatch! No negotiation!
Oh, that doesn't mean stop swinging.
Nobody wants
You're being under my
Alright.
Daddy, you always save me from the monsters.
I thought I got efficiency up.
for himself these days. Dog eat dog. The bed. Need a new strap.
Make me the monster bubbles. No?
Alright. Sound will kind of give out every now and again. Hopefully that's not inconvenient or super convenient.
Thank you.
I even fixed the screen issue and it's still flaking out. I don't know what the deal is. Oh great, that's not even what I want to do. And it's just like suddenly doing it. So it's not like, oh, you know, there's this program running or the enough hardware running. I actually took things out of the pipeline. I don't know what the deal is. I wonder if the cable just is flaky, but I haven't had problems with that cable before.
Living saint. Who made philosophy just as corrupt as rhymes. By her standards, it would be better to have the entire equally miserable than to allow us to strive in our own behalf. I have to get out of here.
But it's like, why? Oh, I can't even use it apparently. What? Why am I dead? Why am I dead? Why am I dead? If I take more out of the sound pipeline, I'm not sure how much more I could actually take out. I mean, I wasn't having issues with it until just yesterday. Unless I take another thing out of it, because it's not even picking up sound out in the game, I don't think.
I'm always safe with Daddy.
Why the heck am I way back here?
Here it is.
Shine, I will shine.
See the light? Daddy's mad. So sorry. Yes, right. Just got itsy bitty now, Daddy.
Ooh, look at that! A shotgun on the enemy side. They should not literally be allowed to just shoot you from huge ranges. It's literally what they're doing. They're shooting you from insane ranges and getting headshot level damage. It does not matter. You can't make that in the design.
Daddy,
They literally have that in the design right here, and that's just not acceptable. But yeah, that's just not acceptable.
Almost home again, Daddy. This way.
I might as well see if there's any decent upgrades now. Electrobolt is kind of essential to get the next level on at some point. I'm not sure about down here getting any upgrades. Not really. That's kind of important to have. And it's only when like I'm in these high intensity areas. It's not like, oh, I'm in like these areas where it's less impactful, but Electrobolt 3 is kind of important to have. Oh, there's something over here that apparently I didn't finish doing yet. I guess it doesn't really matter which skirt you go. But okay, look at that. That's a shotgun. I can't make that happen with a shotgun. Even solid slugs can do that kind of aiming. Why in the world did the AI get to do it? Look, it shot through the wall. It shot through the wall. They're getting me right there. Why does it get to do that? Why does the AI get to do that? It doesn't matter which state in the game this is. Why does it get to do that? It literally shot me through a wall there. A position I shouldn't have been able even to get seen from. And it doesn't anyways. Like, why? How in the world is that unbalanced? Why did I make it through QA? This is supposed to be in medium settings.
Daddy's giving you
Our eldest sister through a new regimen of physical and mental conditioning and suited her up with modified protector equipment of my design. The younger ones have a big sister.
What?
Sadly, this is a stopgap. Between rogue splicers and the aging of the girls, we'll
There's
run out
no
of
way
viable
that I should be
little
having these
sisters
kind of
soon.
sound issues.
After
I gotta
that,
probably change
the
that plug
surface may be our
cable
own
on, and I have an alternative to it, but I think it's just at the end of the day. What's going on here? I conveniently had, in my previous setup, the optical cable for doing things. So I'm going to do a machine gun. I think this is a little much deserved. As far as I can tell, there's not really a punishment for dying. Even you don't lose your progress. You don't have to like restart things aggressively, but it's still like kind of annoying that. It really should have been heal proportionate to the amount it cost. He's not gonna like try to whack me.
Unzip 'em, Daddy!
Oh, good, like, you shouldn't get shocked. And no, you can't just like walk past him. You can't jump over a railing. Like it's very much like an early mid-2000s thing. Like just having the railing like, oh, you can't jump past this, and it's basically an invisible wall, even if it isn't actually an invisible wall. That's like kind of old stuff like that. You know, still kind of gets me a little bit.
Bullshit! Horse shit!
Catch!
Hello? I know you're in there. I know who you are, and you don't scare me. Who are you? What are you? Get away from here!
Let's dance with them, Daddy!
Needed a talented decorator, this would be it.
What type of dickhead? They all bow down to me! Somebody there?
There will be time to pick Sophia's brain a bit. I'm hungry, but I'll not beg. I'm above it.
In a
First try, alright.
Visited Eve's garden today. It ended poorly. My seed, sold to the enemy. The motive of the whore as yet eludes me. But Atlas approaches. And come what may, I will not be made a slave.
Poor Gilbert. It was his will to die, Delta. To serve the majority by protecting them from his lunacy. Your entire journey here is based on your refusal to do the same. Will you grant his request, knowing that he served the family?
Rebirth, huh? Sure, you live forever, but minus your body. I like my body, kid. I don't feature the idea of my memories and personality being stored in the head of some saintly child, like just one more dusty old book in the library.
What was that all about? I guess he chilled off. Alright. Probably best to have done that area first, in retrospect. Just because, like, all the things you get out of it. Kind of annoying when officers just, like, run at you. Because they don't have the full health as, like, a bouncer or a Rosie or, you know, one of those, but still, it's just like, oh, here you go, here's, oh, forget it, do this, nope, don't need any of that, what about this, oop, take some of that, alright. But still, it's just like, oh, now all of a sudden you have a thing in your face, like, I don't have the thing up because I was shooting at, and, yeah. I don't like the auto hack on 4. I'd rather have the shotgun on 4, an auto hack over.
Hidey hole is in there, Daddy. A hidey hole.
Bah! You'll be with us soon enough, brat. No! This doesn't look good. This? Absurd, typical behavior for someone.
Daddy's mad and know the story.
Already grabbed it. Alright, so I should be doing better damage against the regular mobs with this. The sound only seems to really cut out. Kind of randomly, like we were in the, you know, hot section there, but it didn't cut out at all, but then it would chip in and out. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know, it kind of happens on the stream because I can see it on OBS, it's not ticking properly. Alright. So I'm gonna have to do this one first. I better do the stuff up here.
We got Adam, Daddy.
So we need to set the traps. What do you mean it doesn't update fast enough. That's annoying. That's going to kill like one guy. Yeah, that's not where I necessarily want. I got plenty of rivet traps, so that's good. I guess we'll get some coming from this way. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have some there. just in case we got some water, so I guess.
Daddy, here. What does all those sleeping angels? I do.
I should be done with this area's round. That was pretty efficient. It looks like all the traps got used. That's what I like to see. It's one of those things like you could just like leave the traps around because they spawn mobs behind you randomly, and you could just pop them down. So I just like pop them in the most like obvious corners.
The girls are whispering, Father. They've left you a present at the Gatherer's Garden. Take it.
Yeah, I missed the last big sister.
So very,
I should not be getting hurt by this. You can't move fast because you're in a giant suit, and the enemy is just bouncing around like crazy. I should not be getting killed by this thing. Listen to get back all of its health. It didn't help that I walked in there with like no Eve hypos at all. Oh, those traps didn't get set off. It's kind of weird. The rocket ammo must have did damage after it died. Definitely needed armor-piercing rounds. I did not load up on those before. Wasn't thinking about them. But the sound didn't cut out. Wait, you notice that? Anyone? All right, whatever. Winter Blast 2 is too good to pass up on. But do we have any tonic upgrades? Why didn't they get scroll going? Why? Yeah. Tier 3
Freeze enemies for longer. Charge up and put them on ice.
I mean, I use it so much.
Deep freeze enemies quickly. Charge up to shower foes with a devastating ice storm.
But yeah, the base level basically acts like hypnotize. I really would have to do the plasma slot if I want to do hypnotize or insect swarm. But like, I really don't really care to swap in between past F5 anyways. I don't know how the controls were on console. I don't know how those guys play this on console. Already so many button inputs as it is. I guess there was a lot of like hold and overlap. Short circuit 2. Did I get short circuit 1? No, I didn't. Handyman. What did Handyman get you? I think it was. What was Hardy Machine? I can turn it. Raises its next. The turrets hardly live long enough, anyways. Permanent shock, and it's probably a little more useful anyways. I can just zap everything. Like the turrets coming back online, we don't see them. It's a little better. Can you just like shock them and come back to them later if you need to, so they can stay offline. In Bioshock 1, if you unlock the ability to purchase the higher tiers, you could just skip straight to them. Here clearly they want you to spend, you know, the 60, the 100, the 130 to get that max upgrade. They're thinking, oh, you would pace it out over the thing, but then you realize, oh, unless you harvest on each occurrence, you just wouldn't get enough. See, there's no upgrades. I need direct upgrades. On here, so like you can buy the tonics upgraded version, but I need the physical. Eve Saver might be worth getting. I hardly use the drill anyways. I use the Eve way more often, so that's probably the better choice. Okay, so low on health, low on Eves and med kits. I might walk back over here to get ammo upgrades. Supply. Wait, what are you doing? Oh my god, why the hell is he running after? I can't move that fast. Drill field, like, oh, I'm not gonna use drill anymore. There's a bunch of drill field. Basic shotgun, like the basic rounds, like you must need the specialty rounds to just be able to like output damage. But they made it to where like if you don't basically constantly burn, shock, or freeze enemies. There's a reason why in like base Infinite they didn't give any freezing features. Because they know like people will just use that all the time.
Will eternity be hot or cold? I wonder. I'll bring my shawl.
I'll at least go ahead and heal here. I hope there wasn't the Big Daddy over there getting shot at. It was one of the regular mobs that just spawned. I guess the mobs are to set the spawn. I have no more money. I have poor. That's not a good thing. Accepting the changes. Committing. My entry key is commit. Meet. Meet. What we got here? Enemies respawn yet? Does not look like it. Great, I bought all those Eve hypos and there was still some hanging around over here. Probably could have waited, but let's be honest here, I'll probably use them all for anyways. One thing I don't know about is definitely using the Eve hypos. Yes. I guess when I picked that up, I had 6 alphas just instantly try to run at me.
All right, sport, time to feed the fish. Head on back to Alexander's tank and put those plants in.
Really? No? Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. I'm like trying to get ready for a battle and everything, and it's like, nah, they're good. They had this whole room with all these gas pipes, and it's like, it's about to be totally epic and killer.
We can't have you running around the laboratories in your condition.
God, he didn't even let me do anything.
things. What a life. Marching around, playing daddy, until some splicer manages to kill off their sister. And then if the coma doesn't take them, they turn maniac. Nothing left to do but scream. No offense intended, son. We better get you to Eleanor, on the double.
Your body begins to tear itself apart. The compulsion to find Eleanor will drive you to madness or coma. You have no claim on her. Your design was among Rapture's greatest sins. And yet, you persist. Why?
Accepting.
Deep sea life catchment system online.
Notice to all employees. Subject Delta is hereby dismissed. Escort them from the premises!
No. I don't want it. How dare you try to buy me out with this bribe, this penance, this sublime... God damn you, Delta!
Perfect, son. You reeled him in. Now, use that console there to take a gene sample. It should print up a genetic key automatically. You got the key to Lamb's hideout, sport. Eleanor's down there. Now just head out to the oxyfill station and use it.
It is done. The sample disposal button on the panel in front of you will administer a massive jolt of electricity to the tank. More than enough to kill me. Whatever I may say to dissuade you, do not listen. The man whose voice you hear now is long gone. As my mind fades, I find my thoughts turn to the suffering that Eleanor will be made to endure, and I am overcome with pity. But I can only offer my feeble prayers. Perhaps after my death, you can do more. Now, please, I ask you to grant me peace. Goodbye, my friend, and thank you.
You don't have to kill me, Delta. I'm sorry. Oh, please. I will go outside. I will live outside.
Good.
Elena's condition may be a blessing in disguise. Early splicing tests indicate 0 genetic damage due to her condition as a little sister. It appears that she is our new vessel. This will be no mere personality schism, though. Rapture's genius will be held within her DNA, able to shift into desired patterns at will. A utopian cannot be confined to a...
Oh well. But yeah, the whole plot with Fontaine was that he ends up being basically a utopian during that, at the end of the game. And he ends up being like crazy madman. Kind of silly, if you ask me.
Persephone, we're finally here.
This is a completely different
Find
elevator.
Eleanor, son, and fast. Her mama's got all Rapture
What, they get
dying
different
to keep
teams
you
to do
two
this?
apart.
What's up with this? Like, why we have an entirely different elevator? Wait. They must have like, built this early on or something, and then like not connected it properly. Go ahead and give it a power save or whatever. What do they call those? Power save was kind of an interesting thing to give it.
I'm trapped in a cage. Something's wrong.
I wonder, Delta, do you know why you are here? Have you any idea what my daughter has given you?
No. Well, Ricochet.
As I watch you now, I envy your ignorance. You still believe.
Which one's electric anymore? They're still shooting me? Great. Gotta do it quick. Don't mess up. No! Stop! Get away from me! That's career combat. Oh my god, I couldn't zap him in time because I didn't have enough. He was doing the animation for recharging. Why the hell am I all the way back over here? Oh my god. You see this? You see this? What this game wants you to do. That's ridiculous. Like, the only thing about dying in Infinite is that you basically lose money, which, like, is, you never cap out on money in the game. You just don't. god, would you get out of here? We can do this. Oh no. There's just so many of them. I'm gonna do it. I've gotta commit now. What? Everything's exploding. Alright, I'm not gonna buy anything. Why can I only have one currently? This area doesn't have any little sisters. They all have names now?
Persephone, secret home of Sinclair Solutions. I bet against Andy Ryan's vision of harmony and rapture, offered him a quiet place to send anybody who wasn't working out, and now I'm sitting on my own private think tank. Technically, Utopia shouldn't have much use for a detention facility, but if you do business as long as I have, well, you learn to pick a brand name from the writing on the wall. That's her, son, Eleanor Lamb. No matter what you might be feeling right now, this is business. Get that cage open. She's coming with us.
How will she remember us after this moment? I have placed my pieces on the board, as expected, as have you. Is this what she hoped for? Mother and father, locking eyes. Yet still we are blind. Goodbye, Subject Delta. And take heart, for you, at least, have escaped your legacy.
quarantine chambers waiting on you. Get in there! Your signal's breaking up! I can see or hear us! Blocking me!
Look at her, Delta. 10 years, and still she dreams of you.
50 seconds remaining.
Do you know why Eleanor brought you here? She wanted a father. So she found a way to restore you in body and mind. And she has been watching you ever since, exalting your every act as gospel. The girl lying on that bed is no longer my child, nor my life's work. She is a monster, shaped by you alone. Just as she has always wanted.
20 seconds remaining.
But there is one detail of your mutual bond she failed to account for. Your body was designed to lapse into a coma when her heart ceases to beat. Eleanor, forgive me.
Big old one who flew with a cuckoo's nest-esque ending. What? Why'd she just pop off like that? She disappeared.
His body is shutting down now, naturally. But if he dies of trauma, he will return elsewhere. Full restraints at all times. No one enters this room until he expires.
Father, it's me, Eleanor. I'm so sorry. Mother stopped my heart long enough to sever our bond. Staying near me won't stop you from dying now. Or worse. But I can still help you escape. This little sister's brought you something that will allow you to take control of her. I know this feels a bit strange, Father.
Oh, so there's just a
Now
sea.
you can see through her eyes and tell her where to go. This is how I brought you back without Mother catching on. Now, first, let's get you out of here.
Going into the vent. So they're supposed to see like everything in a nice, cozy, comfy way. Well, kids are athletic.
Good. Now, inside Mother's office, there's a way to unlock these chambers she's holding us in. Find a way to slip in there. You're in. There should be a lever in here somewhere. Pull it, and it will unlock our cells.
Attention! Augustus Sinclair has been sighted within the facility. He will attempt to reach Subject Delta. All family duties are hereby suspended until he is found.
What Mother did to me left me very weak, or I would do this part myself. To save your life, I'm going to have to change. To be like you. From here, you should be able to locate the pieces of a Big Sister suit. Please, bring them to me.
Is he gonna make her a big sister like you do in the first game, becoming a Big Daddy? Push L.
Eleanor is changing as Delta draws closer. In her sleep, she mutters about having witnessed moments from his journey here. She is beginning to resist the moral conditioning. Eleanor's bond with Delta is turning her from the daughter of the people back into a rebellious child whose voice I do not recognize. Worse, I suspect Eleanor of direct involvement in his return. I fear that to separate them, I may have to take measures for which I will be unable to forgive myself.
Mother says that my condition is a blessing in disguise. She constantly reminds me that I was born for the express purpose of promoting her ideals. And now, she's trying to convince me to begin splicing with the same cocktail that drove Dr. Alexander mad. She thinks that my condition makes me immune to the damage. The surface is my only chance at freedom. Mother took the one person I knew from above and murdered him in front of my eyes. Father, if I could only find a way to bring him back.
Get over here, you goddamn puppet!
10 years, Father, stuck in this fever dream. Mother kept me sedated in order to perfect my mind with Adam. To her, the ideal child is a genius, serving the common good without questioning it. You have saved me from that. There's a piece of the suit in here, Father. Find the rest and bring them back to me. I've been quarantined, but Mother's unaware of the extent of my connections to the new little sisters. I don't just empathize with them, I can control them directly. They are my hands and my... The other sisters are made from me, in part. As they grow up in Rapture, I feel it all. When you were with the little ones, they trusted you as their father, because of me. Mother was right about one thing. I have been watching you, Father, studying the way you have treated others, and now I know who I am. I am free. After everything Mother has done to me, I am alive and sane enough to be curious about the sun. When you rescued my new sisters, I felt every one, and it gave me hope for the first time in years.
How was this kid carrying all that stuff? How's she carrying that stuff and going through a vent? That helmet's clearly bigger than the vent. Game inventory never makes any sense.
We've done it. Father is back. Right under Mother's nose. I've contacted a woman named Tenenbaum through my sisters. We've worked out a way to free his mind inside that suit, to awaken the man inside the monster. Mother's entire belief structure is corrupt. And if I know one thing about Father, it's that he will believe in escape.
Eleanor, it is time for you to accept your duty to the people. When you awake, you'll understand.
No! Get away from me! Now, I will do the same for all the others, starting with this one. We've done it, Father. I'll be there soon.
Honestly, I haven't seen any of those big guys in a minute. I don't know if on the harder difficulties, maybe more of them spawn in the later sections, but they kind of got replaced with the Alpha series Big Daddies.
These suits always did make me think of you, Father. I guess I still remember you in shining armor. But now it's my turn to fight for you. Take this plasmid. You can use it to call me to your side in a fight.
I guess Incinerate is better to replace. Oh, nope, they just give it to you free. Never mind.
Summon the big sister to fight by your side. Warning, nothing lasts forever.
Delta, I know you can hear me. You have stolen my life's work, and with it, my only daughter. But Rapture is the house of monsters. The surface will not have us. And now, we shall be buried as a family, side by side.
Oh God, she's going to drop this building into the trench. It's miles deep. We have to find Sinclair.
Done and dusted, Father.
Oh, it's supposed to be like the first game where it doesn't do the spin. It didn't do the spinning bit.
Upstairs, Father, quickly.
This is Sinclair's lifeboat, Father. Out the window here. It's our only chance of escape. From what I know of Sinclair, he wouldn't just abandon it.
Yes, Delta. What of Sinclair? The man who would sell paradise. And where is he now?
Warning. A security curfew is now in effect. All cells and bulkheads are sealed until further notice.
This facility hangs over an ocean trench, Delta. The family has activated timed charges within its foundations. Surrender before detonation, or we shall fall and be crushed in the abyss below.
Mother has locked all of Persephone down, including the gangway leading to the lifeboat. We can reverse it from the holding wing if we hurry. Come on! Use the plasmid if you need me, Father. I'm going to have a look around.
Back away! He's gone! Wicked, wicked man! Go! Go! You'll find nothing but darkness! Oh, Father! Ah!
I don't know if you're allowed to return these because you can't get them in the first game. You can not. So I'm like, I'd use telekinesis to move it if I wanted to.
This is an emergency. Subject Delta has escaped. Helena Lamb
Not snap.
turned on her
Snap,
own
snap,
people.
snap. Nope.
Stand and fight, or the Rapture family falls together.
I don't remember where it went. I want this season, I guess.
Hallelujah! Have some of this!
He's like, nah.
Save me, oh no! You ungrateful bastard! The lamb is the only way! You shall be struck down! Ah!
It's movie time. Oh, there it was. I was looking for that. We forgot what it was, and it... Neat. Yeah, obviously need to get those if you just want to like do basic survival. What do we got here? Any new ones? One more isn't really that impressive. If we're like 2 or 3 more, then like heck yeah, but it's plasmid slot and get insect swarm, but I wouldn't even be able to get insect swarm 2. So just go without it, I guess. Give it the good old save and make.
We have to get you out of Rapture, Father. It's the only way I can save you now.
Beginning admission sequence.
Don't you recognize Sinclair, Delta? Now he is what you should have been. One final Alpha series, ready to die for the family. As Persephone's former owner, he is the ideal man to put you back in your cage.
Mother's controlling Sinclair, Father, and he's got the master key. Catch him!
Kid, Lamb's in my head. I can't help myself. Have to fight just to talk. Left me my goddamn tongue to torture the bomb codes out of me. She wants me to stop you leaving. I'm sorry.
Fight like a man, you wet.
Ice chunkin'. So like every time he eats, does he like lift up a little hatch or something in his mouth?
This place is the absolute definition of despair. Here we are, locked away from the outside world, suspended over a pit with no hope of release. And what's our charge? Ryan has no room for differences of opinion in his precious rapture. I hope the whole place comes crashing down around his ears.
Laz wanted me to try wrestling. Who's that?
Eleanor, I know you can hear me. I am inside Sinclair's lifeboat now. Delta cannot reach me here, but you can. You need not die with him. We shall return to the surface together, if you will only step inside and accept your duty. Remember, Eleanor, Mummy loves you.
Ah, yes. Mother's testing me. One last game. Fortunately, by now, I'm the world's foremost expert at breaking her rules. I've made my choice, Father, and if needs be, I'll die for it.
Kid, I'm sorry. I've locked you in here. Lamb's making me dance on her goddamn strings. I can't stop. You're gonna have to break in here and put me down. Wish there was another way, but I'd rather die a man than live like this. I'd tell you the code to that keypad if I could. It's like lambs put walls up in my head, but the prisoners here might have worked out the number. Check the cells. Oh, please, hurry. It hurts to keep singing out without say-so. And I'm starting to forget the words.
God, he's right, Father. Mother's betting you'll die in here, or that I'll abandon you before the bombs detonate. We can't save Sinclair now. We need that key from him. Find the code to the watchtower, or work out a way to draw him out.
The Warden's ignored my warnings for far too long. I'm taking this into my own hands. I secured a hack tool to nullify his turrets and subvert the bots. I also figured out...
You got the...
They never gave us an upgraded armored shell. And I kept waiting for an upgrade, and here we are in like the final act. I'm gonna place boost down on that one.
Thank God, kid. Now, please, just make it quick. Good, son. That's half the code. Now find the rest. Son, I built this place, and I did rent you out to those plasmid trials up at Fontaine. And now I'm... paying for it.
Sinclair is moving, Father. Track him down. We need that key. Now, Father.
Override engaged. Ending security curfew.
A little anticlimactic in comparison to all the other alphas. I guess you gotta find another quadruple big sister fight, and one of them's gonna be, whatever her name is. I guess you have to have this one before you can use this one, but whatever.
Sealing security office temporarily.
Sinclair died a hero of the Rapture family, Delta. Was he a friend to you, or just a tool? Can you even grasp the difference? And Eleanor, you have chosen Subject Delta over your mother, your people, and the duty of your birth. So be it. You believe this craft will carry Delta to safety, like a spoilt child with a new toy. I have no choice but to take it away.
Curfew lifted. All cell blocks open. All bulkhead seals released.
Oh no. Mother's turned her attention to the lifeboat. We must go there, now!
It's time to leave this place. I held out hope for months that I'd see my family again, but it seems like this rope is my only ticket to freedom. That sure Ryan has seized the bookstore. No telling where Gloria and Billy will have to live. Can't seem to form a complete thought anymore. Can't sleep with that glow coming in the windows. Things out there watching us. Maybe I'll get to sleep now.
Lamb's attention seems to have drifted from my prisoners to her daughter. Guess she figures they're irredeemable. Now I've got guys clamoring for the next fix of Adam, and I've got to pull teeth to squeeze any out of the good doctor. Guess I'm lucky her treatments kept them too weak to storm the tower, or they'd have my guts for garters.
I guess the idea is like you can pay $5 to get in there and like, oh, you walked around and it didn't do the other part. It's like, oh, how did he do that? Wasn't even like looking in that corner at all for anything. And commit to that. I guess I'll try to get it done here. It looks like we gotten out of the bad audio range, so... Alright, he whacked himself. That is definitely the best.
Every moment tears Eleanor further from me, Delta. Soon, this father obsession will end her. You have left me without want. Before you die, I will take all that you hold dear. Sinclair is just another body in your wake.
I guess the turret's got the other one.
Father, use the plasmid. I can help.
This one died alone and afraid. Stand in our way, and you'll get the same.
I told you to use it at a spot that's probably the least convenient time to use it.
Looks like Sinclair's been ousted. He wasn't slick enough to avoid the boot this time, but at least it wasn't a firing squad. Lamb proved she's got the ear of the general population down here, so it'd probably be prudent to play along for a while, see where this goes. She says she'll let me keep my little fiefdom here in holding, as long as I agree to help supply her therapy sessions. No qualms there. These sorry buggers could use some rehabilitation.
Practically swimming in solid doubt.
I was afraid of this. Mother has bombed out the ballast compressors, Father. The lifeboat will be too heavy to launch. Unless
you stay behind and then I go and then secretly it's like, oh no, you turned me puppy. That's basically how it ends. Really? Alright.
Let me think. I think I can boil away the water and get the lifeboat to rise, but I can't generate that much heat alone. It's time to recruit the rest of Mother's little sisters. We're taking them with us. Head to the pediatric wards.
I won't let her take you from me again, Father. Hold on.
But I'm still a klepto. That's the whole thing. This whole time was actually a klepto.
This is not a sermon. I will offer no insight. Every word I speak.
Mother's people are starting to detonate the charges. We don't have long.
My father was a physician. He raised me not to echo him, but to model the world as it ought to be. I was to teach a simple moral calculus. Each choice as though the world must bear it. Each life or death for the common good. He called it the triage imperative, and would laugh without smiling.
Oh, I know it's just sitting in there.
We're almost to the pediatric ward. I expect we'll be fighting our way inside.
Pediatrics. Or like dead on the ground by themselves, actrix.
Hello, Mother. As you've always said, I shouldn't be allowed to wander the city in my condition. But without going outside, it's harder to hear much about the world. So I'm learning at home. This, I think, is a porcelain tea service in the style of Louis XV. Isn't that right? Now, that's a fascinating sound. And this is called a stained glass window, handcrafted by your adoring flock. They've gone to a lot of trouble to capture your likeness, haven't they?
Things aren't so rosy for Lamb's little
Didn't mean to hit
collective
him.
farm down here, no matter how much influence she's got with the inmates. She keeps feeding Ryan more and more of her people for the Big Daddy program in order to keep the rest of her flock alive. I think she's getting desperate. I ought to have Weir double the orderlies on all the major junctions.
It's like a give up on that.
Need I remind you, Sinclair, that Lamb is your problem now. She's no longer a citizen of Rapture, That was the proviso. You wanted her expertise, and now you have it. Ryan Industries is your client, and we require test candidates from among your charges. The protectors are short-lived. Lamb would be a messiah, correct? Well, sell her a sacrifice to save the flock.
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal. Push the call button on the window there, and then I'll proceed.
Neat. I didn't have her summoned, or did I? I don't know. Probably did. Why would there be grenades and stuff like that in this area anyways?
I'll wake the children up. They're stronger than they know. With their help, I should be able to boil off the water and get us all out of here. Go on ahead, Father. I'll free them as quickly as I can, just as you showed me.
You are not saving them, Delta. No matter how pure your intent. The surface is not paradise, but perdition. I would sooner see them drown.
See, the ending on the pure good ending for the first one fits better with this theme if you had a focus just on the little sisters,
Father,
but you really don't.
I know you may not have wanted a daughter, but love is just a chemical. We give it meaning by choice. I will be damned if I let Mother take you away from me again.
The plasmid, Father. Just point the way and I'll help you fight. That's another charge gone. We have to keep moving. If this building falls, we're all dead.
I killed her.
Eleanor was to be a composite of all Rapture's genius.
Wow, look at that
The
iron
first living utopian, serving the world at large with no regard for herself. To force consciousness on such a being is to tear its wings away. That was your gift to her, Delta. Just as she hoped. You must be very proud.
Delta was in top form today. The guards tried to make him take another dose of whatever the hell it is they're pumping into him, and he managed to take on all 4 of them at once. Snapping legs and arms, blood everywhere. They say one of the guys might not even wake up. I wish I could be that free.
It's a mercy killing.
Steady, Father. Don't let go now.
Wake up! Why don't you wake up?
This is not a sermon. I will offer no insight. Every word I speak, you already know.
No! Oh, I just realized I have no way of seeing my comments because my comments section was on another screen. Oh well. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Yeah, I've been using it a little bit more. Might be useful for the final boss.
Guess I had the wrong of it when it came to Dr. Lamb. She explained how my cravings for control will rot me out from the inside. We found all these incidents in my log where I made it easy for a convict to get the jump on me, just so I could bloody punish him. Christ. But I believe I can do some good down here now, with the family. Well, we have a shot at surviving the fucking bedlam going on up there. Maybe even take the city back.
Explosive.
One of the girls managed to dart past the nurse today and throw herself over the railing in the lobby. Not certain if she was trying to end her own life or merely escape. But either way, her legs had healed by the time I managed to get down to the first floor where she lay. Now, without proper setting, the rapid healing process had fused her bones back together at odd angles. We had to re-break and set them almost a dozen times, each due to the small window of viability. Now, those children may be immortal, but I can verify they feel pain. Advising Dr. Lamb on higher doses of sedatives to keep this from happening again.
We're nearing another pediatric ward. It will be guarded, Father. Get ready. When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal like before. Push the call button and I'll proceed.
Children from us?
didn't even have time to do proxy mine setup at all. I think I only had like one anyways.
Yes, we're ready for the ballast tank. I can boil off the water and get us out of here. We must return to the docking platform, Father, now.
You granted Eleanor the will to choose. And now, like a plague, she spreads it to those innocents. To be self-aware is a curse, Delta. You are damning them.
Yeah, what good were those guys? Those two right there did nothing.
My first incarnation when Dr. Lamb gave me my mandate to alleviate pain was to block its neural pathways. Now, the preliminary results were promising too, until some of the children started chewing their own tongues off out of ignorance. Need to sequester them away from the others so as not to cause undue stress on the remaining subjects.
Oops, wrong way. Here we go.
I'm stepping inside the ballast tank, Father. Come up to the glass once you're ready for me to begin. There's no going back once we start.
You would rip my only daughter from her home and family and feed her to a world without hope. Though Utopia may die with her, I would sooner see us fall. Goodbye, Eleanor. Mother will be waiting for you.
Here they come, Father! Hold them off until I can bring it to a boil.
Nearly boiling.
It's boiling! I can help you fight back now. Use the plasmid.
Father. The ballast water is gone. Release the docking mechanism.
Oh no. It crashed. Darn thing just crashed. Oh, I don't know when I saved last. Hopefully the autosave caught me. That's really kind of annoying. What? Alright, let's load it up again and hope it doesn't crash. I don't know why it crashed. It's kind of stupid. Oh. I don't know how far into that I was. I might have to do that whole darn fight again. Really loud. Oh, it didn't save.
Eleanor was to be a composite of all Rapture's genius.
How do I have
The
to do this
first
again?
living utopian, serving the world at large with no regard for herself. To force consciousness on such a being is to tear its wings away. That was your gift to her, Delta. Just as she hoped. You must be very proud.
Steady, Father. Don't let go now.
That's really freaking annoying that it crashes on the final boss like that.
This is not a sermon. I will offer no insight. Every word I speak, you already know.
Hallelujah!
That is really, like...
So clean, so very, very clean.
One of the girls managed to dart past the nurse today and throw herself over the railing in the lobby. Not certain if she was trying to end her own life or merely escape. But either way, her legs had healed by the time I managed to get down to the first floor where she lay. Now, without proper setting, the rapid healing process had fused her bones back together at odd angles. We had to re-break and set them almost a dozen times each due to the small window of viability. Now, those children may be immortal, but I can verify they feel pain. Advising Dr. Lamb on higher doses of sedatives to keep this from happening again.
We're nearing another pediatric ward. It will be guarded, Father. Get ready. When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal like before. Push the call button and I'll proceed.
Good thing I threw that just in time. But I was really hoping that autosave was
We're
gonna
ready for the ballast tank.
come back
I
and get
can
me,
boil
but
off the
I
water
guess
and get
not.
us out of here. We must return to the
Autosave
docking
must only do it
platform,
when you do it in
Father.
between
Now.
sections, not major story points. No reason to think, oh, it's suddenly going to crash in the final little battle there, or what might look like it.
You granted Eleanor the will to choose. And now, like a plague, she spreads it to those innocents. To be self-aware is a curse, Delta. You are damning them.
What?
My first incarnation when Dr. Lamb gave me my mandate to alleviate pain was to block its neural pathways. Now, the preliminary results were promising too, until some of the children started chewing their own tongues off out of ignorance. Need to sequester them away from the others so as not to cause undue stress on the remaining subjects.
Was so close to finishing that fight in a reasonable time frame.
I'm stepping inside the ballast tank, Father. Come up to the glass once you're ready for me to begin. There's no going back once we start.
You would rip my only daughter from her home and family and feed her to a world without hope. Though Utopia may die with her, I would sooner see us fall. Goodbye, Eleanor. Mother will be waiting for you.
Here they come, Father! Hold them off until I can bring it to a boil. Nearly boiling.
Where the blood from the boil like Stop making
It's boiling. I can help you fight back now. Use the plasmid. I've done it, Father. The ballast water is gone. Release the docking mechanism. The elevator to the lifeboat is flooded, Father. We have to equalize the pressure in here or the door won't open. Destroy those glass tubes to flood the room. We've done it, Father. We're launching. Get to the elevator.
Pressure change was already enough to kind of kill you.
And then, Father, the rapture dream was over. You taught me that evil is just a word. Under the skin, it's simple pain. For you, mercy was victory. You sacrificed, you endured, and when given the chance, you forgave. Always. Mother believed this world was irredeemable. But she was wrong, Father. We are Utopia, you and I. And in forgiving, we left the door open for her. The rapture dream is over, but in waking, I am reborn. This world is not ready for me, yet here I am. It would be so easy to misjudge them. You are my conscience, Father, and I need you to guide me. will always be with me now, Father. Your memories, your drives. And when I need you, you'll be there on my shoulder, whispering.
The water's way too still if it's supposed to be in the middle of the Atlantic. Alright, it's really loud.
If Utopia is not a place, but a people, we must choose carefully.
It's an okay ending.
And in our story, Rapture.
There's just like not a lot of material here that could have worked with on making a third one versus pivoting to Infinite. It was okay overall. The gameplay never got too absurd. There were some parts that were kind of like, why in the world is the enemy like that? I think Infinite definitely had much harder segments. It was definitely much harder gameplay in general in comparison to 1 and 2. 1 and 2, you're basically like a classic, 2000 shooter tank versus like Infinite, where it's just like, oh, you hope you don't get shot too many times, you might just die. And I think it did a fair amount of doing the environment killings. Those were kind of important. In Infinite, when you had Elizabeth do the like make a turret spawn or like a wall or whatever, those were just like kind of lame. In perspective to like this one's like in 1 and 2, where it's like, oh, there's gas on the ground, you can lead the enemies over to it and you can light them on fire. I guess I'll do the DLC next. I'll probably start it here on this stream, just because I, kind of want to make sure I get that. Don't forget about it. They only had the one DLC in this game, which is interesting. Otherwise, gameplay-wise, it was just like an evolution of 1. I think it kind of was probably the better option in the end anyways. Gameplay setup. The story was really simple. Once again, it didn't really wrap... I think it actually did wrap together better. Everything theme-wise in the end than the first one. And the first one was just like the little ending cutscene didn't make a bit of sense. It didn't like carry over anything that you actually did in a meaningful way. Here, at least it reflects that. I guess like the other cutscenes are like, oh, she just gets away, and then she like kind of says something like, oh, I just barely got away with that one. I mean, I'm sure those are just pre-recorded videos on the back end. A little disappointing though that even on the remake or remaster they didn't have those. These rendered cutscenes just like put back in game. I'm guessing they just like didn't have a way of doing that in Unreal 3, like when they're probably dealing with like having to re-download stuff and get things working again for the remaster. But yes, for linear shooters, it's pretty good. I think the final boss, even though you just have a bunch of like mobs you're shooting at, and you don't really confront or get to choose the kill, Lamb, you don't really get that choice. It's kind of just like taken out of your hands. You don't get to like confront her or anything. It's kind of a hit or miss. Oh look, there's the audio stuff. UK Record Session, Rihanna Studios. Here. But mob-wise, the end boss, I kind of did like that better than just fighting Fontaine. Atlas at the end. It just pieced together better. The Fontaine fight was just really fast and snappy. It just was okay. In comparison to this one, I think this one had the better ending. Just in general, you kind of have to test your mettle. You get just about every enemy type kind of at your, at your feet. You kind of get a chance to use everything. So it was overall, I think that this is a better option. So, play downloadable content. I'll start the DLC. I don't know how long it's supposed to be. I'll play medium again. Hope it's not like just like another hour or 2 hours or whatever, because then I just won't be able to get it done in one setting. Get to the opening cutscene at least.
Subject Sigma is approaching Minerva's den. He must not reach the thinker. Detonate the tunnel!
Maybe like an hour later, 10 minutes later, 30 seconds later. I'm guessing you're supposed to be another Alpha series here.
Hello? Mr. Sigma? Can you hear me? The name's Porter. Charles Milton Porter. Doc Tenenbaum tells me you're here to help us get the Thinker out of Rapture. It's not going to be easy, but nothing worth doing ever is. You should be able to get inside through an airlock.
You know, one thing I never really did do was use the map a whole heck of a lot. I mean, it's linear shooter, that like it's that hard to traverse. Not too many opportunities for multi-pathways when you design them like this. But aesthetically, I actually like the outside parts. They do give you a little breakup. Probably could have actually even done more of those. They even let you see kind of like a little bit of the outsides. Like, it's not as, made in a glorious way as compared to like the inside ones. I can do it. Who needs vaulting mechanics? Oh man, that loading.
Minerva's den has been cut off from the rest of Rapture for some time, but not cut off from splicing. Don't let your guard down. The den's gone dark, but if you can reset the local power relay, I'll be able to get the juice flowing from here.
Oh, they went all out with,
Mr. Porter, let me be the first to congratulate you on the founding of Rapture Central Computing. The great chain only grows stronger with each pair of hands laid upon it. I trust that you and I will choose to pull Rapture in the same direction.
wonder how that works, saving. But yeah, the one thing I can't really do is can't really go back in the base game to the other chapters like you could at the end and clean things up.
Hello there. Welcome to Minerva's Den, the home of Rapture's high technology.
What steps into Minerva's Den? Potter's newest toy? He wants to tinker for himself. But you see, old friend, the machine has chosen me.
Reed Wall. He and I founded Rapture Central Computing together, but the greedy bastard pushed me out years ago. The splicers, the security. He pulls the strings in Minerva's Den now.
Oh,
Look at you, Sigma. You think that Potter is your ally, but the Thinker knows better. The Thinker knows.
The power is rerouted. That should tip things in our favor. Head up to my office in the executive wing. I've got something you'll need. Hurry now.
You know, that is something I noticed. These splicers, spider splicers, weren't at the final boss area. It was just the Houdini ones and the big boys and some alphas.
Porter and I are partners, but he's wasting that machine. In off hours, I've been using it to predict the outcomes of baseball games, and it is incredibly accurate. Apply such equations to Rapture's markets. This thing is the money-making grail. But Porter, I have heard them feeding it recordings of his dead wife. The fool wants to turn the Thinker into a person. I could not imagine a sadder fate for such a perfect machine.
What's the secret of Rapture Central Computing's success? The most advanced computing device in the world, the Thinker.
I guess this one gets pretty long. I mean, if they're willing to show you all those. I don't know if I want to do the trials or not.
Those vacuum bots sucked up all sorts of things before they went on the fritz. Crack one open, and you might find something you can use.
You'll be hearing about this at some point. You crazy. Oh.
you know what? On that final boss, they may have not had the spider ones because they often do take a lot more computing power.
The Thinker's perfect equation has predicted your every move, Sigma. It knew you would be here. It knows where you will be next. And it knows that you will fail.
Alright.
Wall's become obsessed with perfecting his predictive equation. The Thinker can do plenty, but tell the future? No. The splicing drove him mad. Wall can rot here in rapture for all I care. We'll make a copy of the Thinker and return it to the land of the living.
Ow.
Did you know that the Thinker processes the equivalent of 12,000 encyclopedias every day? The Thinker works hard for Rapture.
Adam is a predatory substance. After exposure, a constant supply is required to maintain its effects. Otherwise, the user deteriorates into madness. My plasmid, which releases the little ones from their servitude, is promising, but limited. It only works on the children with the slugs in their bellies. On an adult splicer or Big Daddy, you'll see rejection effect. Undesirable. But if the deterioration of mind and body were reversible, if Adam's sickness could be cured, then its predatory nature would be no more.
On that note, it is getting later, getting kind of tired. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on that, and we'll continue Limited Rivers DLC. I don't know, maybe I'll give the trials a once over. See if they're actually worth doing. If it's just like, oh, you're going to get whacked and constantly get whacked, then maybe not. Alright. That was